I get asked a lot, where should my hand position be when throwing strikes or before strikes? And that's such an open-ended question, and I'm gonna try to explain it for you in this video. So your hand position depends on what you want to attack with or what your opponent is attacking with and the distance of the fight. For example, if I want to go in and I want to use my kicks to fight, I might come in with a bit of a higher guard. This way I could attack and block punches. Now, if I'm fighting in MMA, I may not want my lead hand so high. I'm going to want this hand a little bit lower here. One, I can hit my opponent coming in to try to shoot. I can hit up angles, right? Even if they're not trying to take me down, by having my lead hand here, I can create angles that my opponent can't see. So lead hand down, or if I need to defend, my hand is right here to defend the takedown. So that might be one way I might use my lead hand. Now you're gonna see different boxers as well use different hand positions. So I might keep my hand here as a distraction and then throw my hand in position and catch. So I can be loose, and then when I throw, I can bring my hands up right away. So it all depends also what your opponent is countering with. If I know they're coming in with heavy punches and I have to move my head right away, I might hit from a position and then move my head. I know if my lead hand is down, I have to rely on my eyes and head movement. Where if my hands are a little higher, now I'm gonna use my wedge, my forearms, and my elbows to defend the shots. So take into account what you're trying to throw and what angle. Again, hand here, you'll see a little bit more in the Cuban boxing, Olympic style, might create an angle. So from this position here, I could even attack with my rear. But if my lead hand's moving, I'm keeping my rear hand planted nice and high because I'm able to catch and defend, right? So if one hand is doing something, I need to be aware what my other hand is doing. No matter where my hand position is, I could even throw my hands and keep my hands at my hip. But as long as I know that the counter's coming and I have to rely on head movement and my feet to defend, I can't say that it's wrong. But if you're throwing a technique and your hand's down and I'm eating counter shots, that's where the mistake is. So it doesn't necessarily matter where your hand position is when you're throwing. Yes, there is textbook ways, and then there's variations. You want to make sure your textbook way is solid and you can defend everything. My textbook way of defending is a nice strong lead wedge, but I have to have the variation to be able to maybe to attack with my lead hand lower. I might keep the wedge here and then be able to lower my rear hand this way. I can smack an uppercut. To throw an uppercut, if my hand's above my temple, it's really hard to get that angle. So I might be able to use different types of hands, angles, and positions to land my strike. Be sure to click the link above and watch episodes number 45 to 50 on the Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA technical series and learn all the different types of defense you need to be successful in the